out here, they shoot up the city, and it's us, you know, that suffer. So that's why I'm out here every weekend. You know, I'm trying to get Monday through Friday, weekends, 7 days a week, whatever it takes, but I need help. You know, I need volunteers. Because, you know, I want my kids to grow up in a safer Omaha. You know, I want everybody to be safer. That's all. You know, I do this because I care. We have no funding. You know, we have fundraisers, so we try to raise money that way. But most of it, 90% of it, is just volunteer, out-of-pocket expenses. So, I mean, if there's any questions, if somebody would like to volunteer, let me know. You can speak to LaRonda Brown. She's the secretary of NOS. Gabriel Olson. We just try to make a change here. You know, we meet at BJ's every weekend, 11:30. So we're normally out till 4 a.m. We had one incident since we've been on the streets, but we were 2 blocks away when the shooting happened. That was last Friday. So the murders, yeah, they have been down. I mean, there's been one since we started our street patrol February 8th, and that was it was a domestic. It wasn't a gang-related issue, but it's still a citation on a life lost. Young man, he was 23. So if we can get more people involved, you know, that's what I'm here for. Contact me, Gabe or LaRonda, and just if you could offer 1 hour, whatever, anything you can do, clerical, management, whatever. We just need help, period. We need all hands on deck. I've been saying this to Wllie for a couple months now. You know, if we could just get more men involved, you know, in the community, because kids just don't have, you know, they see their mom, and most of the time mom is working 2 jobs, or, you know, she may just not be involved, so they don't know how to be men, these young boys. So if we can get some men to set an example and, you know, teach them that, hey, there's a certain authority that you have to follow, then there would be more respect. You know, there'd be more respect towards the police, towards their own community. And that's what I'm pushing for. Thank you.
Shout out to Robert Wagner. I think next one on the mic is Team Al-Amin. That rhymes, don't it? Oh, a hip hopper.
You're a clown. Good afternoon. As you can see, I don't have a teleprompter, I don't have a script. So what you're gonna get is Al-Amin Unchained. So we gotta remember something that we talk about turning out to vote. We have a lot of folks registered to vote in this community, but we gotta get them out on May 14th. If you want to see a change come about, or get them out, even if they want to keep what's going. People should get involved and take responsibility and take action in their community. You got to remember, in Bellevue, just recently, there was an election to where, or the last primary, 1 vote made a difference. There was 1 vote that the winner got in to advance with. So we got to remember that. And also, you know, I get tired of hearing this, that some of us are out here trying to always promote that us versus them. We have an us versus them agenda. And it's never been about us versus them. It's always been them versus us. And some of them look like us. And that's what we got to get rid of, is the brother downtown who has catered to those who paid to get him in office, but have forgotten about those who voted to get him in office. And that's where it comes from. We can't forget the folks who we're supposed to be representing. We can't forget what it means to be a public servant, that we serve the people and not the other way around. So, and also that old cliche about being in the same boat. Y'all jump out the boat and get in the car. We're going to get in the car with me, and we're going to go where you want to go, and we're going to know what your concerns are, and then we'll take them downtown and work together to get what this community needs. We'll focus on the needs that are here, not get downtown and forget that and start talking about all these other issues and that the current council person seems to think is important to him. You got to go with what's important to the people. So keeping it brief, thank y'all. Get your people to come out. Get your friends, family, relatives, everybody come out on May 14th and exercise that right to vote. Thanks a lot.
I appreciate it. Team Al-Amin. boy, man. Man, you can't beat that, boy. You got banners all up around the North Omaha. I wish I had a banner. Can I get some money to get a banner? Got about $5. I don't know who's next on the mic. Who's next? I don't know. Deshaun? Deshaun is next on the mic. Again, we appreciate you guys coming out. My man Deshaun, he's occupying the park now.
How's everybody doing?
All right. Not bad.
First of all, thank you for coming out. Like he said, we always want to see more people, but the people that are here, I'm glad to see you, so don't feel bad. We want to work with you guys that are here. That's what we're here for, is to let you guys see the work we do, be up close, be able to ask us questions. You know, Robert needs people, I need people, we all need each other. So if there's anything we take away from this today, it's that no matter what any of our issues are, we got to be there for each other, because that's all we've got. There's a couple things I did want to highlight on. We all know that there's been not a recent or new problem, but an ongoing problem that's just gotten a lot more famous in Omaha, and that's the police brutality problem. And there's many aspects of it, but the ones I find the most troubling are when you have people that put themselves in a position to be called a public servant and look the other way when the public's interest is infringed upon. When I see something wrong, I speak out. I would assume the rest of you all would too. But when you put yourself in that office, you have the extra duty to speak out and say things. You have the extra duty to be on call. And what we've seen in Omaha is a lot of people that want the attention, want the fame, but don't want to do the work to keep the job. So what we're left with is people that we pay for, people that we pay good for, to ignore us. And I don't know about you, but I'm sick of being ignored. I'm sick of all this stuff happening where I live, to my friends, to the people I know, and nobody does nothing about it. When it was last year, when Robert was still going through his case, we had a meeting up at the OIC. We had invited Ben Gray and Chris Jerem, who's the city councilman for downtown Midtown. We invited two of these people to come to our meeting to help talk about Robert's case and brutality in general. Ben Gray didn't even show up.
What?
It's his own district, it's his own people that face this the most. He didn't even show up. Chris Jerem did show up. But what I told him, I said, we're used to people coming in and saying one thing and doing another. We had about maybe 20 people in the room. I said, all of us together are an angry mob. You are the only one in this room that has any power to do anything and not have violent repercussions like the rest of us will if we go down and do something to the police ourselves. You can use the power of your office to do something, and all he agreed to was to have another meeting downtown where they wouldn't take any questions or make any comments. If you put a kid up on a spelling bee, they can spell a word. Somebody that's in the office should be able to answer a couple questions from the people that put them in the office. So,
how's it going, man?
If you live in District 2, which I don't longer live in this district, I strongly, strongly encourage you to vote for Tariq Al-Amin. He's somebody that's real. He's going to be for the people. I haven't had a lot of chance to work with him too much up until recently, but from what I've seen, I think he would be great for this area. So like I said, if you live in District 2, let's get that Joker ban out of office and get Tariq in. And then I got a couple other things real quick I want to hit on, because the theme for the event today is Shut It Down. And I know we talked a lot about the police things, but there's a lot of things going on in Omaha that need to be shut down. The main problem in Omaha is we've got one city that likes to talk about, we've got Warren Buffett, we've got all these jobs, we got all this new stuff, but they don't want to look at the other half of the city that has 50% unemployment, problems with transportation, lack of jobs that they can make a living on. They want to, like again, use our money to tell this big lie about this city that's so great, and it doesn't exist. You and I both know it doesn't exist. So what do we got to do about it? We got to keep speaking truth to power. Whether it's the police, whether it's the mayor, whether it's a terrible landlord, all these people have jobs to do where all of our issues are interconnected. All of our struggles are one struggle. So if you see somebody in one part of town maybe having a problem with their landlord, can't get the place fixed up, hey, you know, we have people in this community that are contractors that can do those things. You got problems with maybe your street's not safe, call Robert. We have to be able to do for ourselves. The police, the media, all these people are only going to do so much until we really have the reins of power in this city, which right now a lot of working class people like us don't. So we need to keep the effort strong when we come together, whether it's a sit-in for the police things, anything like that. We need to have more unity in our community, and that's something we've really lacked a long time. But with all these issues going on lately, it's not just Omaha that's doing bad, it's the whole country. But Omaha can get on the ball and get ahead of the country. We're not a big city, so we don't have to overcome the problems of a Chicago or something like that. We know everybody a lot easier. We can get things done in Omaha a lot quicker, but it's going to take all of us turning to the person next to us and saying, I don't know you, but I want to know you. I don't know what you're going through, but I'm going to be there with you when you're going through it. And that's what we do for each other to make any kind of change that's going to last. So I'm going to get off the microphone. I don't know if anyone else is coming up next, but once again, thank you guys for coming out. I look forward to working with you all and getting some changes made up in Omaha, so let's get it done. Thanks.
Shout out to Deshaun Occupy. He occupying the court right now. My main man coming up, you know, he's an extrovert. No, he's not an introvert. He's an extrovert. Everybody know him, man. He's building castles. He's building homes. I think he's going to be the next pyramid. My man, Houston McHugh.
Hey, everybody, check this out. The name of the rally is Shut It Down. My name is Houston. My phone number is 402-991-3420. We're going to start shutting this stuff down. All right, it's like this. You don't want to come to me and give me no work, then you can't work neither. I want to see what it's like when you sit at home with 4 kids eating top ramen noodles. Chicken ones on Monday, beef on Tuesday, and vegetable ones on Wednesday. This rally is called Shut It Down. If we ain't gonna get none of this work around here, ain't nobody getting work. I'm the president of North Omaha Contractors Line. Call this number. Call this number. I got transportation. We get buses. We get chains. Lock these doors up. Turn off these streets. Whatever we need to do it now. And don't come crying later when you sitting there in the dark.
Nothing at all.
All right, I need some water.
You through? Hold on a second. Round two. Hold on a second.
So listen, the number again, 402-991-3420. Y'all need to get behind me. If you scared, if you're not a man yet, I'll be your new dad. I'll be your new mentor. I do all the talking. I just need you to stand behind me. Because when they see me coming and they see 1,000 people behind me, they're going to listen. Get with me. My number is 402-991-3420. Call me if you're sick and tired of being sick and tired. The definition of insanity, keep doing the same thing, expecting different results. They keep promising you stuff every time it's for re-election. Then you don't get it. 4 years go by, you like, then he gonna promise you, I'm gonna do it this time. Let's shut him down. Hey, get with me, call me. My name is Houston.
Houston, not from Texas. Omaha, baby. Houston kid. He didn't know his number. He didn't bring his own business card to get his own number. Ain't that? Hey, again, we thank y'all. We appreciate you guys for coming out. The camels over there, I feel like I'm in the Sahara Desert right now. Shout out to Dr. Larry Bradley, my main man coming up, Wllie Hamilton.
Hi everybody, how everybody doing?
Okay.
First of all, I want to thank Houston, McKeel. But folks, we're getting what we deserve. We're getting what we tolerate. We're getting exactly what we deserve. Because what's happening, man, is everybody want to come to Robert. Everybody want to come to Wllie Hamilton. Everybody want to come to Bill King. Everybody want to come to Houston McKeel. Everybody want to go to Tariq Al-Amin. Want to go to Senator Chambers and want them to talk. But yet, we as a community, we don't do nothing. Folks, what is wrong? You know why they don't take us serious? Exactly this. See, y'all don't care. Y'all don't care about your own. You don't care about your kids. Let three white kids get molested or raped out west and see what happens. Let 3 white girls, 3 white boys get shot, beat, get caught on camera, and see what happens out west.
But you know something? What we do? We get behind our walls and we talk about the problem. We know we can work through the problem all day long. But the minute we ask somebody to do something, ain't nobody here to be found. Man, we in the heart of North Omaha on an 80-degree weather. Don't tell me you can't get here, because that's a bus route. We wanted to do it downtown. But you know what we said? We wanted to bring it in the neighborhood. We wanted to bring it on the block. And we wanted people to come out and say what needs to be done. You know something? If we had 1,000 people here, it would have changed the game. It literally would. Tariq Al-Amin, man, we got this brother. He's been in this community for I don't know how long. I don't care if you're a Democrat or a Republican. I know what he's doing in the community. I know his word is bond. Folks, if we don't stand up, we get what we deserve. Robert Wagner should not be out here spending money out of his pocket and talking about the problem when we as a community don't do nothing about it. And I'm guilty because, you know what? I want to help Robert, but I got so much on my so much on my plate, I can't do the things I need to do. The organization is called Black Men United because we know the black man is the answer. It's an answer to the plight of what's taking place in this community. Black women have been carrying the load too long. Our kids are waiting for black men to step to the plate. Other than going to the club, chasing some girls. I like to chase some girls, but not at the extent of my community. This is ridiculous.
Where's the motorcycle clubs?
Man, we got so many motorcycle clubs,
Where's the
and we
promoters?
can't get no men promoters. They say they hurt no money. We gave everybody an opportunity to come out here and voice your concerns. But more importantly, to send a message. If you're running for office, we want to see. We want to see your plan on how you plan on moving the city forward. Folks, I don't know what to do. I get discouraged sometimes, man, because I don't understand why we as a people are going to allow our children to have a worse future than we have. And the only way this is going to change, and I'm not speaking on violence, only two things to understand. There's money and violence.
Yep.
Money and violence. So if you ain't gonna do the violence piece, at least stop spending your money out of the hood where we don't get no benefit from it. But more importantly, man, black men, we need to go look in the mirror and stop blaming everybody else for us not being men. Our kids are doing exactly what we told them to do. To get money, to chase girls, to be hard, to going to the joint as a badge of honor. Man, what type of sense is that? I gotta go to the joint to prove I'm a damn man? But yet, that's what's happening, man. The lessons are being learned by individuals who don't give a damn about our kids. And I'm tired of talking. I'm tired of the talk. All we need is people that's willing to stand. And you know what, I didn't say that. Just stand. I see the same people out here every day. Same people. I see Nate. I see my brother here. I see Houston. I see Tariq, Marlon, Robert, Theo Peters, Ronald. The same people. Jack Dunn, Progressive Research, the same people. Carl Tyler, same people. Dr. Bobby Davis, Melanie.
Sean Cunningham, Stephen. So all I'm saying is Larry Bradley, what can we do, man? What can we do, man, for this community to wake up? Is it going to take another cop getting killed? I said that. Is it going to take another one of our babies getting killed? Is it going to take another beating like the Robert Wagner or the Johnson family? Folks, it's a time bomb. It's a time bomb. And if you keep kicking a community like you're kicking us now, sooner or later, something's going to happen. And that's why I'm out here. Because I don't want to have a riot in my city. I don't want to have another a dead cop or another dead person. I want for us to come together, man, as a community and say, if you represent us, represent us. That we're not a community that don't matter. It's almost, if it happened in the black community, in the brown community, oh well. We're perpetuating it. That our life and our kids don't mean nothing. It don't mean nothing. They can kill us. They can molest our babies. They can lock up all our men. And we take it. We take it. I just don't know what it's going to take for us to realize, man, our true strength comes from us getting off our rump and standing, not kneeling, not begging, but demanding that change come about. Anyway, Jack Dunn, Melanie, you guys want to say a few words? I hope that something happens before school is out. Because you know something? Rallies ain't gonna do nothing about another baby getting killed. And then when that happens, don't come looking for Roberts. Don't come looking for me. Because it seems like if you don't touch your household, I'm cool. But guess what? It may take a year, it may take 6 months, it may take 2 years, it may take 3, but sooner or later, it's gonna hit your doorstep. And then what you wanna do? So we're gonna bring over our next guest, Miss Melanie from FAM, that's Family Advocacy Movement.
Really, I've done a lot of things in a lot of years, but I have to say it, and yet it's the family's fault and it's the kids' fault. And then we get all of these prosecutors coming in and CPS coming in and these administrators coming in and telling you how to parent and telling you that your kids are bad and telling you that you need to have them tell you how to parent your children. We've got to stop this. And the only way that that's going to happen is if we all come together and we learn from each other how to be able to fight back. Because not one person by themselves can do it. It takes all of us together to do it. And these opportunities right here, I understand the frustration. This is something that we have that we can put together. We don't need permission. We come together and we're able to say what needs to be said and meet each other and teach each other. And I guess the last thing I'm going to say on that right now is on May 23rd, which is a Thursday, at the Omaha Home for Boys, from 5:30 until 8 p.m. is going to be a citizens action workshop where if you have or you know anyone who has lost their kids to the system in any regard, whether it's juvenile justice or child welfare, and you want to learn some of the tools that you can use.
If you want to learn about some of the tools for fighting back, learning from each other, come to that. And you can find out more by going to the progressiveresearchinstitute.org website. May 23rd.
We're doing together. Oh, we got one more leg. Ms. Garza, we appreciate Ms. Garza coming up.
Hi, thank you. My name is Laura Garza, and I'm with the Socialist Workers Party and the campaign of Jacob Grasso for City Council in South Omaha. And I just want to say, I think the only way change happens is when we stand up and fight for ourselves. So everybody who's here should be congratulated. Robert Wagner should be congratulated for standing up and fighting against police brutality. The Johnson family. Now, Demetrius Johnson has gotten a court date for the charges that are against him sometime in mid-May. So I think we'll want to mobilize to be there to demand they drop the charges against him and instead charge the cops who beat the Johnson family. I also wanted to say a little bit about the immigration question because that's being debated now. They try to divide us by saying some people are illegal and put that label. I don't believe any human being is illegal any more than I believe any child is a bastard. That's a social category they try to put onto people to convince us to treat a fellow worker as less than human. But we should reject that. We should stand up against the deportations. We should say everybody should have the right to organize and fight for better conditions on the job, and we do that together instead of allowing the bosses to divide us, U.S. born against foreign born, and get away with having a permanent second-class layer of the workforce that they can always pay less and work under worse conditions because they will threaten them with calling immigration if they speak out. But many of these workers have spoken out in spite of that. They have fought in the meatpacking plants, in the agricultural fields. They've joined the United Farm Workers in other union battles, and I think we welcome that. Anyone who wants to stand and fight to better our conditions, like Malcolm X said, whatever color you are, whatever nationality you are, we will stand and fight with you. So I want to thank everybody for coming out today and say, let's join those who are going to be marching on May 1st, International Workers' Day, demanding the right for immigrant workers to be here without harassment, saying stop the deportations, end E-Verify, and congratulations to everybody who came out here today to say fight police brutality, drop the charges against the Johnson brothers, and charge the cops who beat them and who harassed them. Thank you very much.
Vote, vote, vote. My mama voted for the first time in 2008. My man Barack Obama ran, so my mama was 7 and 9. She'd probably give me if I told her age. I think we taking the collection for who? The bouncing house? No, I think they left. Or they come? Okay. Anybody else got anything to say? Cameraman, you got anything to say? I need just taking pictures. You got anything to say? You the press.
My name's Steve Packard. Recently I got inspired to pick up a camera. I made a YouTube channel. I have a Facebook account. I call it Flat River Media is what I call it, but I mean all I wanted to do is to try and explore what it means to be free, issues in freedom and truth. And you know, if anyone here has anything to say, if you have anything at all to say, I mean, I haven't had YouTube censor me yet, and I've put up some stuff that I think is pretty sensitive, but if you have anything to say, if you want just 5 minutes unedited, I'll take the privilege of recording you. You know, in high definition, you'll look good. I'll put you on YouTube. You can say whatever you want. You know, the FCC hasn't touched them yet, so you can use whatever language you want. And as far as I'm concerned, you can talk about any issue at all that concerns you. I have about a half hour left here before I have to go work and make money for what I do. This is all volunteer as far as what I'm doing. But if you have anything to say, you know, I was very interested in how the cops, well, I should put the label on them, but there were some people under the guise of Omaha Police Department, you know, officers who beat a member of the community here. I saw that there were people protesting that. I don't know if you know any of those people, but I'd like to hear from you. You know, I think that's something people want to hear about. If you have anything, if you want to talk about immigration, if you want to just talk about what it's like, you know, to live as an Omahan, to live in this community, I don't care what the issue is. I don't care what the topic is. You know, feel free to come up to me. Like I said, I got a half hour left. And if you want me to come cover more things like this, more rallies like this, or if you have something that you think is interesting, that you think people should need to know, that's truthful, that it has an issue of freedom to it, you know, some kind of topic that I think people are concerned about, then come talk to me. And I'm all ears. I'm open-minded. Like I said, this is all volunteer. I want to find some truth. And if you think you have some truth, let's share it. I think if we share it, we'll be stronger for it. That's all I got.
All right, quick, what's your name again, bro?
Steve,
man. Shouts out to Steve, bro. See how we do it, man? We're a community. We get a mic to whoever. Who wants the mic? My man next to me. The man next to the man wants the mic. Come on, bro. What you got to say to us?
What I got to say is this. I'm very ashamed to answer some people that are here today. There's a bunch about police brutality, but nobody's out here protesting. And that's the big shameful part about this here. Wllie Hamilton and Robert Wagner worked hard.
Flat River Freedom Media.
Got
a YouTube channel. Just look up Flat River Media on YouTube. Find the channel.
About police brutality and about the community, trying to educate us. But nobody's here to listen. So we're always.
That's my cell phone number there.
Why aren't you here today? That's my question.
That's the Gmail account.
Or when something goes wrong and something happens in the community, then you want somebody like one of these like these that we have here, like Black Men United, represent you. We can't represent you if you're not here to speak your mind. That's why they're here today, to let the word be heard. So where are you? That's what I'm asking all my people today, my brothers, my sisters. Where are you? Now, we expect to have some God. This thing is called shut it down. Now, this is why the police don't be afraid of us, because they know that we're not going to come together. Now, if there was a rap star around here, or anybody else, big movie star, you had this place packed with security. You'd be able to get in. But since we're just protesting against the police, people say it's not my problem.
I didn't.
These guys want to talk about it, then let them talk about it. So, people say it's not my problem, so why should I go out there? So my question is, hey, if you have a problem with cops, or with police officers that mistreat you, and you're not here to say anything, you have no right to say anything, because you wasn't here to speak out. But there are people here trying to represent you, but you're not here. So I'm saying to my brothers and sisters, all shout out, come out and support us. This is all for you, for the community. Not just for the black community, not for white community, for all communities. Latinos, the Chinese, everybody. So come out and support. Be a part of a change. Please.
All right, thank you for those words of wisdom. Come together, unity in the community.
I can totally make a card though.
I'm a car star.
I gotcha. Can you tell us? Can you tell us your name?
Rob Johnson.
Rob Johnson? Is that JOHNSON? Okay, great. I'll put you up on YouTube, man.
Go talk to my man Steve. I gotta go start a show.
And you think we should be able to do it again, and maybe you think about we should move the time, make it about say 5:30, 6 o'clock instead of this time frame. It's just that, man, when you're in Nebraska, it's hard to tell, especially when you're trying to blend something outside. So again, folks, will you please give us some feedback on how we can make this event better, and what do we need to do to be able to galvanize this community to go to the polls. Go to the polls, folks. And please don't tell me, man, that I'm not about voting, man. I'm not about voting. I think because we only got a two-party system, it is what it is. Until we get a three-party system, we got to deal with this system. But if we don't go to the polls, they're gonna always be thinking about us as they think about us. That we don't care, we're uneducated, our vote don't matter. And anytime you turn out 7%, you're not gonna be taken serious. You're really not gonna be taken serious. And I put it in the same context. If you got a basketball team, and only 7% of the basketball team showing up,
do you think you would win? No, you ain't win. And that's what we play. We always come in as a handicap.
We always got something to complain.
Oh, I'm so glad you say that. You know something? Over the last 2 weeks, man, I done been in meetings, and I done been behind closed doors, and we as black folks, we are the biggest complainers about what's going on. But the minute you say, come to a meeting, oh, I got something to do. I gotta feed my kids, I gotta go do all. Let's say, let's go to the club, though. Make time to go to the club, or say we want to get something to eat. You'll make time for that. But for me, it's more important things than that. I don't want my kids to be sitting out here doing the same thing 5 years from now or 10 years from now. I don't want my kid to be riding with his friend and get pulled over simply because they're in a nice car or they're two African-American boys. I don't want my daughter going to school with the chance of getting raped by 3 boys, and you wait 8 hours later to call me and tell me what the hell is going on. And because we take it. You can say anything you want about West Omaha, but West Omaha will complain about anything. And they go in numbers. And it's almost like we're talking to a choir. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like we're talking to a choir. Yes, ma'am. I'm so glad she said that, because this woman been in the struggle for a while. But I'm gonna ask you a question. How do we get more young folks to be able to speak?
I don't know how. I don't know how to wake them up. They're asleep. They don't understand what's going on and how it affects them in their everyday life. They're struggling to get past their poverty, and they can't see that there's a bigger picture.
You think it'll take a riot or something like that to get people to really start thinking about? Because I'm telling you, if something don't happen, something like that's gonna happen. I'm telling you, it's gonna happen. And they're talking about it like crazy. And the press has said it. The World Herald says a time bomb, ticking. Something gotta happen. Something gotta give. If everybody out here hurting and not paying attention to what's important, then what's the next step? If you don't have the critical thinking to be able to think things through, you're gonna come out with brute force. You kick me, I'm not gonna be thinking about this thing too much longer. You got Robert Wagner, you got the Johnson family. You don't have to be a rocket scientist to look at that video and say something was wrong.
A lot of people look at that video and they see nothing. Nothing wrong. That's how it's supposed to be, and that's how it's gonna be. And that's how we let it be.
Wow. Look, man, I'm just pissed off this people talking about that. Because as sad as it is, I had the same conversation with a lot of my own peers who said they deserve to get beat up. They deserve to get beat up. I said, man, are you crazy? He said they should have said yes, sir, no, sir. They should have did whatever it took to do, and not got beat up. And I'm looking at these people and say, what type of rationale are you talking about? How do somebody deserve to get beat up? But that's what they say. They say they must have did something wrong, and the police got to do their job. They got a tough time, and they got to do this. Like I said, come on, man, go ship me a point or something, man. Get me empowered or something, man, because I'm telling you, man, my batteries are running low, bro. Folks, Chrome. Remember the name. Let's sing a song.
That's how I just talk about what I talk about. The real. Well, first off, we gotta vote for Tariq. You gotta vote for Tariq. If you want to see change in North Omaha, South Omaha, West Omaha, no, not that far. District 2. You gotta vote for Tariq. got people in office that tag team, that hook up with each other, and all have the same goal. And all the goals are not for the people, you know, not for us. People who need, you know, who need somebody to look out for them. Us. You know, you don't get in office about yourself. You get in office for the people. And that's first and foremost what I wanted to talk about. Other than that, I'll tell you a little bit about me, what I do. I do whatever's positive. Period, point blank. I'm an ex-gangbanger. I've done all there is to bring down the community, and I feel that it's time for me to give back to the community all of what I took from the community. So I do things such as team parties, community events, just like I said, whatever's positive. Me and my partner here, Wendell, we run a drill team together, something positive for the youth to engage in, express themselves in a positive manner, dance. I worked at Girls Incorporated. I was the anti-violence coordinator there. I used to work for Being Great. Yeah, I used to work for Being Great back in my day, man. Yeah, he kind of just laid the whole team off of the next city council. Did a lot of broken promises and things like that. And just the faith that I got in Tariq right now is the same faith that I had in Being Great before I seen true colors. So that's why I can sit here and tell you to vote for Tariq. Because I know who's real and I know who's not. Pretty much I'm just doing me and being positive, and this is what I do. This is a little bit about me. I deal with the Malcolm X Foundation a lot. I'm always in the community. I just think that it's imperative that we get Tariq in office to see real change. And you can't do it all. It's imperative as a whole to get people that we know are going to make a difference in the community, regardless of what district they're in. So I say just be cautious about who you're voting for, pay attention to the game of politics. It's a raw game, and politicians are like masters of deception. They're like masters at it. See, you'll make you feel like they're all for the people, and then you just
gotta get out of here. Yeah, I gotta get out of here soon too. Do you have 5 minutes?
Yeah.
And Ernie Chambers. That's what I deal with. Pretty much that's all I got to say. Yeah. And the mic over to the news reporter.
I'm about to get out of here. Like I said, my name's